Hey everybody, welcome to Trash Penny. We are picking and getting ready to pack a bunch of items that
My husband is very dramatic.
Hey everybody, welcome to Trash Penny. Beth and I are getting ready to go through some items that we have sold this week. It started out slow, but it has just jumped. We've got a lot going on. Sorry about the light. Got a lot of things to get ready to ship, but what we want to do with this video is talk about our top 5 eBay lessons we've learned so far. It's been a few months, but we think we've learned a few lessons, and I don't know if these are game changers necessarily, but certainly things that have gotten us, I think we've gotten better at as we move forward. So let's dive into this. Please like and subscribe. We need more subscribers. We'd love to have you on board. So we're desperate. It's not looking good.
That's
just kidding. Just kidding.
My husband is very dramatic. Okay.
Okay, we're going to start off today by grabbing a really cool little Kittle's house that Beth found. 3-story house, place at immaculate condition, in box from '68. We're also going to be shipping a lot of video games, so while we're in there, I'm going to grab those. But first, what's our first topic, Beth? Number 5. What I think we have seen from our eBay walk is less views. Seems like there's a lot more competition, a lot less people participating. Little Kittles, Pippi approves. So what we're seeing, we think we're seeing, is 26 years ago when I signed up for eBay as college kids, and Beth and I were selling collectibles and Star Wars and all these things on it. It just seemed like there were tons of people looking at everything. And perhaps, maybe that was because of the content. We just had a good collector group, collector crew. But I find it real interesting that it just seems like there's not as many people looking. So we've really participated and worked on promoting our listings. So what also we find out, though, is promoting those listings is tough to manage unless you do it when you list the item. So if you get an item listed and you go through what we have close to 200 listings now, if we haven't promoted those, it's a lot of work going through there. So we think we're having more success with that, but just seems like there's a lot less people than back in the day. So number 4 on our list is listing momentum. One of the things that I think Beth and I have gotten from doing previous businesses or other ideas is a sense of setting goals and matching those goals. So I think our first goal was potentially hitting 100 listings. And the funny thing is every time we'd get close, we'd have a big sale off, and all of a sudden we're down to 90 listings or whatever. But it's a good problem to have, right? But we seem to be setting goals, and we just hit that. We're almost to that 200. Is that right? 200?
Yeah.
I mean, we're just right at that 200 listing plateau. So we feel like we've gotten listing momentum in such a way that we both have goals, we both have revenue goals in this new business, and I think we're getting that. So what I would encourage you to do, set that time apart, set a goal, and hit that goal. So Beth got this for $5.
Oh, it's pretty.
And it's taken everything in me to not keep it. I don't know why. I just love this design. I love the bowl. Perfect shape. But I will find another one, because it's part of the hunt. We sold that for around $70, and ring chime.
Oh, wait, I didn't get to see it.
Oh, ring chime.
Okay.
For 20-ish, I believe.
Okay.
Okay, next up we need to pull a GE micro cassette. Those things, that's the second one I've had. They don't even last a week. It's crazy, the older technology. Maybe that's 3A of what we've learned on eBay. Some of that retro CD player, Walkman stuff, tape recorders are really working. But so number 3 on our eBay list is the data. And I don't know if this has been around forever, being a unique seller back in the day of just a a young college kid selling off collectibles and stuff. But I think this is your jug.
I think it's labeled. Yep.
And what was the other one? Tape recorder. So what we find is we've upgraded to an eBay store now. I'll try and link that here. I'd love for you to go see what we've picked. If you don't buy anything, great, but it's fun just to see what people are buying and how it's going. But the back of the house, if you will, the data collection and us being able to dial into that and see what's moving, see what's not moving, promotions working and traffic and such, click-through rate, all that good stuff. That's been really helpful for us to just understand better, and efficiency creates money. Let's just be real. So that's been a real great number 3 to say that the data presentation, the data collection, and the data usage is there for you to use to make your store and your income better. Okay, number 2, we've got to go find a jean jacket, I believe, that Beth sold on
Poshmark.
Poshmark. Number 2, I don't know if we've learned this. I guess we have learned this, but number 2 biggest thing for us is shipping on eBay. I've mentioned this in other videos, but the shipping has so changed since I was. Right now, I think shipping can make or break you. We bought a typewriter at one of our very first shows before we were even thinking about filming. $20 typewriter, sold it for $95. I somehow bumbled the shipping. I paid $20 to ship it to New York. I got a bill in the mail or email from UPS for another $45. And I won't go on to tell you that the lady lost a typewriter. We finally found it. She finally found it. Her neighbor had stolen it. A long story, but we didn't make anything off of that. You can't build a business on losing like that. Shipping is something you have to learn, have to understand. And as I'm watching some of the videos from the groups that we like, they're all talking shipping. They're all talking the changes. They're all talking, do I offer free shipping? This is the nature of the business that we're in. This is the nature of the business economy in entirety that we're in, be it restaurants, be it ship, be it reselling, be it automobiles. You know, all of our expenses are changing right now at a higher rate. So you got to stay ahead of those expenses. So shipping, learn shipping. Calculated shipping for us has been a home run. We've not missed one yet on that. So calculated shipping is a win for us.
Are you helping? You're following us. Why do you continually look like a puppy?
Okay. Our last few items that we need to get ready to ship before we go through these, our number 1 thing that is either benefited, lesson learned, amazing thing on eBay is the AI generated description. Oh my gosh, how much time that has saved us to really tell a story about what we're selling, adding our brief personal not guarantee, but our brief personal story, condition here, condition there, included, not included. But man, has that accelerated our game. Great value add. And it's really changed the amount of time we spend. We can list more, we can do more, and we're making more money because of it. So let's go through these real quick. These were all from this weekend. So this stack over here, we got this weekend. We processed it over the last couple of days. And what's strange is, I mean, these have sold just within 2 or 3 days. So all of this, $5. $5. It was a couple of them were thrown in with some consoles we bought. One of them was just some we bought from a kid at a garage sale. But anyway, real quick, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Mario Kart 7 sold in a heartbeat. Call of Duty 3 is now scratch and dent. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. We got Call of Duty World War II. And those have all sold $4, $5, $6, but we had 0 into them basically. So those have been fun. Mario Kart, $25, $30. And the big one, Rhythm Haven. This sold within an hour or 2 of me listing for $35, $40. Again, we've got $5 invested in all that. We paid, you know, between Mario and this, we're in the green. And finally, another one of my Switch box only. Bought a stack of those for 25 cents a piece. I think I got 10, 15 of them. Yeah. And we're down to 7. This one went, I believe, for $6 plus shipping. been one of our best from quarter to whatever. Our video, couple of things left. Number one, what's on our to-do list with eBay? And I think the simple answer is algorithm. I keep hearing more and more about this algorithm and how they do it and what we need to learn. And that's what I'm going to be chasing, is what do we need to be doing to better maximize that algorithm of who and what we are. The deal we're doing right now is we're just pumping it out as much as we can. We're sourcing inventory. We're trying to stay as vigilant as getting it listed as quick as we can, as little downtime, but certainly building the algorithm knowledge to figure out how we can best maximize our eBay. So enough with the eBay stuff. We're going to finish this video with what is your favorite flip so far and why?
Okay. I have several, but my favorite is I bought these mud flaps that were
Yep.
I bought some mud flaps at a garage sale for $3.
And I doubted.
That he was so they were vintage barrel racing mud flaps. They didn't have any comps. I couldn't find anything like it. The company they were made in Abilene or El Paso or somewhere, and there was nothing like that. They were from 1980, and it was super niche, but we sold them within just a few days, and it was so fun because I didn't know. I had no idea. It was total gamble, and it was just fun. They were cool. They had barrel racing cowgirls on them, and
I think we've done a good job of finding those small items, taking a risk that, as she put it, niche. And she'll start learning to look over here, so it looks like she's looking in the...
I'm looking at you.
Well, I know, and I'm like, what the heck's going on? But anyway, but we've done a real good job at finding some cheap stuff and just off the wall and finding things different outside our comfort zone. So my favorite is...
I know.
This guy. So there is a crazy story behind this guy. This is Luke Skywalker, 12 back. So many, many moons ago, back in college, Beth and I had our antique store and loved to collect even back then. But we bought this probably in the 90s. So this guy, I think we got $120 into. We bought it back in the 90s. Star Wars was in its dark ages. It was dead. And this small collectible store had 5 or 6 of these 12 backs that I just kept going back and going back. But this one was the first one we ever bought together. It was the very first 12 back that we got back into collecting Star Wars. And we actually bought the whole store of it, not the whole store, but her whole inventory of 12 backs. We bought more Star Wars stuff. We socked them away, and we actually sold much of that over the last 4 years and helped pay for our daughter's college. But this one, the really fun story behind this is it's got a little condition issue. It's got a little ding on top. And about 4 years ago, I decided to upgrade it. That's not true. 6 years ago, I tried to upgrade it. I did. I sold this guy and bought a new one in better condition, and life was good. About 4 years ago, I flipped out. I just cratered that we did not have this Luke Skywalker. And I reached out to the gentleman I sold it to, lives in Oakland, California. I said, hey, you may not remember me. Is there any chance you have this Luke Skywalker? He says, absolutely I do. I gave him the bleeding heart story. I've got you a good one. Here are pictures of it. Do you have any interest in swapping? He said, absolutely, my friend. And we've been friends ever since. So with that being said, this is my favorite flip to sell, back to flip, to keep. But anyway, hey, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. We're having a good time doing this. It may be a dumpster fire, but it sure is fun spending time with you guys and telling some of our stories. So may the force be with you. That's not the picture.
Not videoing until now. Do a little dance for me.
Cut. Next spring.
My husband is very dramatic.